morning at 7:21. I'm Cody Stark. Well, police in Sacramento are investigating what they say may be a serial rapist.
My name is Cody, and if I was listed on the New York Stock Exchange, would you invest in me?
I'd take a look.
Well, a security guard claims Folsom's vice mayor pretended to be a cop and then assaulted him. The vice mayor says the whole thing is a complete fabrication.
Cody Stark at Solar Eclipse Central with the best spots to see that on Sunday. Hi, Cody.
It's an atmospheric party, you know what I'm saying? Woo!
That's Solar Eclipse Central?
It is called the, say it with me, annular.
Annular.
It's not a total eclipse. A total eclipse means like the moon would take over the whole thing. It is an annular. That means you're going to see a little ring around it if you're in the proper spots. Thank you very much, Canby, and try to stay a little bit dry out there today. Well, as the storm hit the Sacramento region, the Office of Emergency Services is keeping a close eye on the Cosumnes River. Today's weather is supposed to boost it above flood stage. National Weather Service expects the Cosumnes River to reach up to 16 feet due to today's monster storm. Fear of flooding has also forced the closure of Yosemite Valley. Yeah, closed.
It's a day off for everybody, and they go to the Red Sox game, and then the race is there, and they cheer everybody on to the end. It's just really a fantastic day in Boston. Just awful, awful things that happened yesterday.
Still continuing, they have cordoned off pretty much the entire length of the marathon, so more than 26 miles, because they want to obviously go back and double check and see if they can find anything that will help lead them
The
to
very
some
end
answers.
of the race there is one of the most photographed places on Earth, when it ends right there. So they're going to have a mosaic of photographic evidence to kind of, try to find out who did this, and maybe we'll understand why. I don't know.
Perhaps no modern-day tragedy has a greater impact on race relations in America than the murder of Emmett Till. This was back in the 1950s in Mississippi. Today, Cody Stark sat down with Till's cousin, who was in the room when the 14-year-old was kidnapped, and learned why he's finally coming forward with his version of the story.
It was a scared us half to death.
It was a whistle that cost Emmett Till his life and forever changed race relations in this nation. The year was 1955.
It was here that the Chicago Negro boy, Emmett Till, is alleged to have paid unwelcome attention to Roy Bryant's most attractive wife.
Simeon Wright was there when it happened. He says his cousin was just trying to make his friends laugh, but this was Mississippi in 1955.
Wasn't that a white woman in Mississippi in 1955? You didn't do that. But he didn't know.
Simeon was there a couple days later when they came for his cousin.
I could hear the hollering, the loud talking. And when they got in my room and turned the light on, I saw two white men standing at the foot of my bed.
They took Emmett away, they beat him, they tortured him. Then finally,
shot him in the head, threw him in the Tallahatchie River.
This is the muddy, backwoods Tallahatchie River, where a weighted body was found, alleged to be that of young Emmett Till.
Emmett's mother, Mamie, had the body sent back to Chicago. She demanded an open casket.
I want the world to see what they did to my baby. And she had a glass top casket. And the whole world got to see what racism looked like.
And the world did see. Emmett's battered corpse was shown in magazines. Network News showed it. Bob Dylan wrote a song about it.
This was fateful tragedy.
Rosa Parks said that she was thinking of what they did to Emmett when she refused to give up her seat.
It changed attitudes everywhere.
For years, Simeon didn't talk about what happened. It was just too hard. Then he had the courage to write down what happened in this book so he'd never forget.
Don't forget what happened to Emmett. Please don't forget.
A Star Wars fan wanted to become a Jedi Knight, but felt the Force let him down in a big way when he learned the title came with one major restriction.
Yeah, 7-year-old Colin Gilpatrick wanted to get married, but apparently Jedi Knights aren't allowed to. And Colin was so upset, he actually wrote a letter to George Lucas. And as Good Day's Cody Stark shows us, the response he got did not disappoint.
I saw that Jedi can't get married in a Star Wars book. I think it was in I Want to Be a Jedi, that book.
So he wrote a letter to George Lucas, as one does. Here is that letter.
Dear George Lucas, I don't like that a Jedi cannot get married. I want to get married without becoming a Sith. Please change the rule.
And surprisingly enough, a few weeks later, they received a reply in the mail.
Who's this package from?
George Lucas.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
what do you think is in it?
I don't know, but we'll see.
Inside was some Star Wars comic books and a picture of George Lucas, and this response to his question.
Hello, Colin. Thank you so much for writing to us with your question. It sounds like the Force is strong with you.
Excuse me, allergies messing with my voice. Here's his mom with the rest of the letter.
And you are showing great wisdom by asking your question. To be a Jedi is to truly know the value of friendship, of compassion, and loyalty. And these values are important in a marriage. Oh my God.
I can get married? No way!
Not to rush things, but he is already planning his future Jedi wedding.
If I ever get married, my mom's gonna read it like at my wedding.
Yeah, but I'll read the letter.
Thank you, George Lucas.
Is that precious or what? In Cody's impression of Darth Vader, not bad.
Only Cody could fit in an asthma inhaler into a Star Wars script.
Of course, of course. Well, Colin did get into a little bit of trouble, we should mention, at school shortly after receiving the letter. Apparently, he started asking a number of girls in his class to marry him.
Starting early. Good.
The star and producer of Song 1, Anne Hathaway, joins us now from New York this morning. And the movie is gorgeous. You are gorgeous in it. The music is amazing.
Thank you.
I have one problem.
Okay. Oh, no.
It needs to come with a
warning. It was going so well.
It really needs to come with a warning label, because I was on the treadmill watching it, totally fell off the treadmill as something happened at the beginning.
Oh my gosh, your treadmill was it was such a dramatic treadmill experience.
You know,
the journalist today told me when that scene came on, he fell off his treadmill.
Did he really? I'll tell you, here's the only difference between me and that guy. I don't use the treadmill.
Were you okay? Are you bruised? Do you need arnica or anything?
I'm fine. You'll get the bill from my lawyer.